Hello, guys. I'll go ahead and wait just a couple minutes, see if anybody pops on. And before I start going over things, just like last week, again, this video will be quick. Not a ton to cover, but definitely some talking points that we'll touch on for the week. I'll get my talking points pulled up on my other screen behind me while we wait. I hope everyone is doing well during this quarantine and figuring out a system that works for you and your family, and staying as positive and doing the best that you can. I know it can be kind of crazy, so giving your best effort is all that we ask. I'll go ahead and get started. If anybody else pops on and they missed something, you can always rewatch it after the live is over. So the first talking point is kind of the same thing we've kept touching on, but still seems to be some confusion, and that's Google Classroom work submission. So I mentioned it in my Monday video, and then I talked with the kids a little bit in Zoom on Tuesday that they only are to mark the work as done if it's work that they've completed. I've had a few kids go in and mark done on every single assignment, but there's no work attached, so I'm not able to give them credit for it. So if they do the offline assignments, mark as done with attachments or pictures sent to me in Class Dojo so that I can give them credit for the work. And if they do the online work, then just make sure that the work is actually completed before marking as done. There's a video we posted on how to take pictures using the Chromebook to attach offline work. If you can't find that and you need me to resend it, just let me know and I'd be happy to post that for you to have the tutorial on submitting offline work if it would be easier for you to do it that way rather than sending Dojo pictures. Again, so just looking at my notes, I just want to reiterate that if there's nothing attached or nothing written in the document, I can't give credit. So if students submit their math saying marked as done, that, and then they say that they did it offline or something, I don't know that they've done that if it's not marked as done and completed and turned in finished. I have had a couple kiddos who did work, but it didn't transfer when they did marked as done. So the parent just emailed me, and because it was the online math, since it's through Google, I was able to click in and see what they had done and see that they had completed the work. It just didn't transfer when they clicked the mark as done button. So if there's that issue, you can let me know. And sometimes I'm able to get in and see their work even before it's submitted. So we can always look at it that way, but just making sure that the work is completed before clicking mark as done. A few students I've had, and we've had as a grade level, marking everything as done on Monday and not attaching anything or not ever showing proof of their work. So making sure that they're doing the work before they submit it is important. And really, with what we've sent out and what we've created, it wouldn't be possible unless they did a ridiculous amount of work on Monday to get it all done on Monday. And we don't want the kids getting burnt out. So we've set it up with math this week. There's those 4 lessons, and we've set it up so that they can do like 1 lesson a day or 2 lessons and do it over 2 days. But we've really set up our weekly grid in a structure that allows the kids to work in little chunks of time throughout the week so that we're abiding by the district and state requirements for time spent on work, and also so the kids aren't staring at a screen for 5 and 6 hours a day. The math this week was a little bit more intense with the amount that we had, but it just looks like it. 82 slides seems like a lot, but most of them are 1 problem per slide. So it goes pretty quick. It's just not something I would recommend them doing in 1 day. And really, I've had a few kids submit it yesterday afternoon and then some more today, and that's pretty typical. But that and ReadWorks, I definitely don't suggest them doing it all in 1 day. And having the amount of time and the freedom to work on it whenever it works for your family allows them, if they have to work in the evening when you're home from work, that's fine. If they need to do it early in the morning before you go to work, that's fine too. I just don't suggest slamming it out on one day and then having that burnout or having nothing to do the rest of the week. For those kids that are on that topic, for those kids that are getting it done early and they're done with everything by midweek, we do ask that they continue to do their half an hour a day of practice. So whether that's iReady lessons, extra math, fact fluency, reading, anything that's practicing those skills throughout the week so that they're not doing nothing academic. iReady is great because it just kind of tracks it for them. It keeps them on a steady pace moving forward with their skills, and that it's the easiest for everybody. They just sign in, they do it, it scores them, and they sign out. Just making sure that they're kind of following that. And I sent that student norms sheet out that tells kind of what we expect every day. So again, if you follow that, the amount of work we've provided will follow in suit with that so that they're really only having to work half an hour to 45 minutes a day. If your child isn't able to get their work done in that time, just definitely send me an email. We're flexible. All I want to see is that effort put out. If they can't get through all of those slides this week with them really working hard and trying their best, that's fine. Just send me a message, let me know, and then I will look at it and I will give them the credit for effort. And that's what I want to see right now, is that they're trying. And that's the most important thing we're looking for right now, is the effort. Again, just students should be doing the work. Parents, I thank you for your support, but just making sure that your student does his or her own work so that they're prepared for next year. I know we don't like to see our kids struggle, and sometimes it is easier for us to just, let me help you do this real quick. And help is wonderful, but making sure that they are right there with you and they're doing the work and you're just answering questions so that we can ensure that they have those skills or just the beginning knowledge base so that when they enter fourth grade next year, they're right there with the teacher. One thing kind of off the Google Classroom topic is our Meals on the Move program. I want to make sure that everybody knows that this is accessible. So from 11 to 12:15, every Monday through Friday, every day during the week, in the Circle Drive at Kennedy, so where the buses drop off, there is a bus there and there's people there providing free lunch. So it's lunch for that day and breakfast for the next day for anybody 18 and under. It doesn't need to be a Medford School District student. It's anybody 18 and under that needs a lunch. They will give you a sack lunch with breakfast also for the next day so that you'll have some meals. And again, it's 11 to 12:15 in the Circle Drive at Kennedy, Monday through Friday. Speaking of the Circle Drive again, we will be doing student belongings pickup next week. So Monday and yesterday, teachers staggered in on the schedule and went in and bagged up all of your kiddos' stuff from their desk or their cubbies, all of their belongings. We bagged them up and labeled them. And they are laid out in the gym waiting for the kids. And Mr. Attell sent a schedule. Looks like we're going to be trying to do it per grade level. But if you have kids in multiple grade levels, just pick one of the times that's going to work best for you and you can get everybody's stuff. He's got it set up right now that third grade goes from 1:30 to 2:30. They're, like I said, distributed by households. So if you've got a kindergartner, a third grader, and a fifth grader, you can grab everybody's stuff at one time. And if that time doesn't work for you, just come at whatever time does work. It's not, a make or break thing. We just are trying to stagger it so we don't get everybody at once. And then Wednesday, there will be a makeup day from 7:30 to 10:30, 11 to 12:30, and 3:30 to 5. So if you can't make it on Monday the 4th, then you have that makeup day on Wednesday. So those are the hot topics for this week. Again, just really reiterating that we're doing this work to help your kiddos and to make sure that they have a foundation going into fourth grade. Times are uncertain. We don't know what next year will even look like at the beginning of the year, but we really are just wanting to make sure that the kids have a solid foundation and that they know what skills they'll be starting the year with next year. So if they need help them, message me, and I'm happy to set up a Zoom meeting with them if I can help them through video chat. But just making sure that they're doing the work. And if they need help, definitely help them, talk them through it, work together as a team, but make sure that they're the ones doing the work. And then that they're marking done as they finish the work, not just marking done on Monday and then calling it good. So making sure that they've done the work and that they're only marking done on the work that they've submitted, and then completing the work to the best of their ability. And then Thursday evening or Friday morning, we will send out the response form for them to tell us what they did during the week. They'll fill that out. Once all their work's done, submit it to us, and they are set for the weekend. We will continue our Tuesday Zoom meetings and my Monday dojo message as we continue. And if your student does want to create something for Mr. Attell, I sent out a thing on Dojo, I believe yesterday, letting everyone know that Friday is Principal's Day. And with this being Mr. Attell's last year here, we want to make it a special day for him. And being that we can't be with him and near him, we're trying to do the best we can remotely. So if your student wants to write a thank you note or draw him a picture, he would love that and we would love that. If you could have it sent to me by tomorrow, let's say noon, hopefully. That way I have time to get it sent to the person that's going to take all of those and create a video for him. So she's going to put all of those into a format and make him a slideshow video. So a picture, some sort of drawing, a nice thank you note, something special that we can attach to that video from your student is something he would love, and we would love to see it. So that is everything. We've talked about Class Dojo. We've talked about Google Classroom, Meals on the Move, picking up your students' stuff, and then Principal's Day. So that is all I have. I don't see any questions. Let me see. I don't have any messages on Dojo. We've kind of streamlined this, and everybody's starting to find what works for them and get in a groove. So that's eliminated a lot of the confusion. But if you do have any questions on anything, feel free to message me, and I am happy to help. But otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your week and a wonderful rest of your day today. Bye, guys.